see this. Cha-cha-cha.
Chia.
Open? No. I think my camera froze. Because, yeah. Okay, give me a second.
Yeah, I can see you, but I cannot see you moving.
Because
Dun,
I
dun,
have to
dun,
put
dun,
that
dun, dun.
last through the.
Everything worked too well last week, Joy. When
No, it crashed last week
consecutive.
too.
Yes, it did. I bet more of like everything else worked last week.
Okay, now I need to go into webcam, go to video capture, to properties.
So I'm just gonna fill the void.
Yeah.
I I don't have a problem with
Oh.
people coming into the warehouse and like shopping because they're allowed to. Obviously, they set up an appointment, they come in, they get the books that they want, and then they go about their merry freaking way. So, but there's there's some individuals that even though they're educators, I don't understand how they're educators because when they're interacting with like me or like any of my other coworkers on like a customer service level, it's like suddenly they forget that we have to also put the things back that they don't take and they choose to fucking like a Yahtzee container fucking just shake up all the books in their cart and then they just
Like they
expect us
become
to
just regular normal Walmart customers.
no. So okay, when you pick up for a school will have X amount of dollars to purchase because, tax deductible, previous fares, so on and so forth, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, because when you get a fare and you sell a certain amount of dollars, you get scholastic dollars. And so then you get
Mm-hmm.
to come to the warehouse, do all that stupid shit. These sons of a guns, we have pink pack rates, and that just indicates that it's a markdown and then it's no longer the original price or whatever. So it could be
Uh-huh.
like a $2 to $5 book. This this lady just put all of the dollar items on the bottom of her cart and then put everything else on top. And
Mm-hmm.
then once she was like trying to check out her like 40 fucking books, she was like, "Oh, can we do the pink ones first?" And I I really had to like tell my face to not do the thing because I was like I really wanted to be like, "Woman, what do you
So
want me to
yes,
take the ink
yes,
off the bottom of the cart?"
regular
I'm
Walmart
sorry.
customers.
I know you know this. I know you're so aware of this and you've dealt with them so much more than I, but because they're like educators, I just want to be like, where is your audacity to be such a Karen? Why? I don't care. And like love a librarian. Love librarians. Yes, we need librarians because they are like the gate not the gatekeepers, but they're like the overlords of the books, but like my god, Jesus Christ. Anyway, how was your day?
Ah, um, mostly just like going through tutorials and fighting through like
Oh,
trying to
more cricket.
understand because like they shorten up a lot of things. It's like, oh, go to this website, download this thing. But like they don't
Hmm.
tell you that you have to install like a data packet. to your computer for the font files. So I didn't know that you had to do that. So I had to Google that. And I was like, wait, hold on, what? I thought I had to like install it to Krita itself. Like I needed to add it to my Krita files. No, I had to install it to my computer itself. So I'm like, okay, what? So that was a fun experience. Like, but I did find out you can expand your font um, library, so you're not
Oh, that
limited
makes
on
sense.
your font styles. Um,
Mhm. That makes a lot of sense.
um, and um, so, and then I've been learning how to modify the fonts and stuff like that. So there's that. Um,
Mhm.
don't ask me how it's going with like figuring out paintbrush styles and like texture styles. That's a
Oh, bro.
mm,
Um, once you like actually look at the I think they're very mundane. I think they're very very lackluster. So I I think I think all of your time and efforts will be totally worth it. Well,
okay.
eh,
So do you want to go
ugh.
through yours first?
Well, I don't care. What are we doing? What are we talking about? We
Okay.
talked about it last week. I actually did you make up an itinerary? I don't have an itinerary. Or do are we going off the one from last week?
Um. So I really don't know if you want me to like.
Well, no, I vaguely remember what we have on it there. It's just more of are we just talking about merch or are we just talking about are
Like
we just going to go into each individual thing and
I
go
think
from there? Like,
I think really I think where we started off last time was like we had a vague idea and it was like we didn't have an identity of what we wanted in the first place. Um,
no.
and uh, that was the biggest problem. Um, and then we had a discussion earlier
Mhm.
in the week of like, what do we actually want this space and what do we want our identity to be as a company or as just an overall brand to be. And the reality is that I want us to be a place wherever we end up, where we are actively promoting, where we are, um, whether that is a small place or a big event, wherever Global Ruckus production shows up, where whatever we touch, that is something in which someone comes to and they automatically feel like I could belong here. So
Mhm.
when they see our logo, maybe in passing, it quickly catches even just a moment of like, what was that? Um, and maybe the first time it's just a quick catch of attention, but the second time they're like, I want to pull that up on Google Lens and be like, I want to know more, right?
Yo,
So
I
it's
haven't
like,
even thought about Google Lens. That's so crazy.
so it's not even like it's an invitation to learn more,
Mhm. Oh yeah,
right?
no, absolutely.
It's
It
not,
was just more of
it
I
wasn't
had
like,
forgotten.
it's like, this isn't, oh, this is a patch of like, I belong to this movement, or
Mhm.
if you know, you know, right?
Yeah.
No, it's an invitation to learn more. I caught attention to this and I want to know.
Mhm.
Okay. So I think that's my biggest thing is that I want someone to feel like when they enter our space, they could be like, this could be my community.
Mhm.
I'm coming home when they come into our events, and that they want to be a repeat of coming into our events at all times, right? Um,
Yes.
so, and even if it's like they got to come year one, but like the next time they come, it's year 10, it's still that feeling of coming home.
You know, to like branch off of this, I want to be like as nostalgic as Ranch Bowl, but bring it into the modern age, if that makes sense.
Right. But I always want them to feel like they can live in that moment. It's like
Oh no,
this
absolutely.
is like I don't want that point of like looking up into a crowd and being face planted into someone's phone. No, I want to be like in this moment. Like, and it's not so much, oh, like that they're filming and to remember this. Like, that's not my
Mhm.
problem. It's just, it's when it's like, it's when that phone comes with that dead faced look. Like, they're not actually there.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
and that is what I have seen a lot at festivals. It's not, I don't have that problem of seeing a phone up in the air to record. It's the dead face that comes with it. Like they're
Mhm.
not actually there in the moment.
It's kind of creepy half the
Mhm.
time.
Mhm. So I want to create a space where everyone comes together as a community in the moment, and that's artists, that's the people attending, that's the people presenting, that's the people that are, you know, uh, that are there as security, that are there as just being, you know, anyone working, you know.
Mhm.
So the first start is having a logo that invites people to us, um, as a community. So that's my big thing. Um, so I don't want something that is super corporate. So this minimalist thing I was thinking of is probably not it. And oh my God.
Mm.
Um, sorry. Um,
It is excellent.
uh, uh, a friend may have put me in contact with a potential uh, graphic designer for helping us polish up. So,
Nice.
uh, and is kind of more into like what we're wanting. So, um, and so we'll see. But like
Mhm.
was completely comfortable with us first getting like ideas from us and like our community and like doing the lives to kind of get a feel for what we wanted and coming up with a
Mhm.
brainstorm of the feel of what we wanted as a collective and bringing those to the table, um, before having a professional step in to clean it up and make it where it would work as like actually having files that could uh, be used, right? Because there's specific file formats that you have to use to be, going into light shows and, um, uh, stuff like that. So, um, uh, that's kind of where the professional steps in. Also, like they can help us with like the whole getting it copyrighted and trademarked so it can be filed and blah blah blah.
Hmm.
So, um, that's where the professional steps in.
Oh,
But
of course, of course.
um, yeah, uh, that's kind of where we are, and absolutely ready to kind of step in and see where your ideas were setting with that.
Hmm.
I
I guess it
didn't.
just depends on which one are we starting with.
Let's see.
'Cause I would like for it not to just smash through all of mine if we can like look at one of yours as well.
Okay. I don't know how well they
And
loaded in, but
or are you saying that because you can't open GIMP and Cricut at the same time,
oh no, I can
you
get them open at the same time. It's not a big deal. Um, let me see if I can't get one of these to open some more. It was more of whether or not it wanted to open, if that makes sense. Um,
yes.
because Krita's been a bit.
Well, if it doesn't want to open, I obviously can't make you. That's not how technology works. Um, but if you tell me which one you want to start with, or whenever you're ready, we can.
I'm hoping this didn't just fuck up stream. Oh,
How so?
I don't know if stream's still running.
I mean, I see it.
Okay. I'm just making sure stream's actually running.
Nope, because I can't see your screen, so like I have to watch the stream to see what you're doing.
Yeah, I'm just Krita sometimes say it. This says it's uh um not running. So that's why I'm like and I can't see Streamlabs at the same time I'm fucking with Krita. Um so
Understood.
so okay. So yeah,
You?
we can start with the one with up.
Just tell me which one.
Okay.
Is it tree? Is it the mobile? Is it the shadows? Or is it the puddle?
I'm gonna pull it up here without looking. It says shadows.
Ah, okay.
So I have.
Cause I had to write a little quip about it.
Okay.
Aha. So as you were really talking about earlier this week about how you want to create a space with that, I thought like uh because you wanted to make a space and then have it be something of like uh leaving like a footprint, so to speak, as well. Like
Mhm.
uh I was thinking of like shadows of events we potentially want to do, or like things that we're doing. May it be creating a space, may it be holding space for community. Like I think I wrote the shadows have snapshots of things we want to do, like making events and making a space that have open areas, sun shining. We have another shadow with a group of people dancing and having fun.
Okay.
So just kind of like a very broad idea
Okay.
of togetherness while having the space. Very,
Yeah.
very broad.
Yeah. No, that's. That's actually a really cool idea. Um, I was just like, I hadn't even seen these. So I was like, what am I looking at? I was just trying
No,
to
I
read through
understand.
it.
Nope, you're good. Again, I couldn't draw shadows. I have not had even the time to even go to Best Buy and like even look to see what their tablets are. So like that's a thought for Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
um,
You
which one
were
do you want to look
doing
at
the
now?
actual concepts and I was learning the tool.
Hey, you gave me homework. I did my homework to
Yep.
the best of my ability. um,
So,
you want to look at
yeah.
puddle, mobile, or tree?
Um, do you
Mm,
want me to hide it again while I figure out which one it is, or do you just want me to pull it up?
I don't care. I
Okay.
don't care.
It says mobile.
I have I have terrible artwork, so like nothing is off limits here.
Okay.
Okay, so again, this is just a simple idea, more on like the kind of like how you were describing Nike and like Adidas of where it's just known by images and stuff. This
Mhm.
would be more of like coming up with concepts of those style of images. So yes, we want to create music, but I'm not necessarily saying we have to use music notes. Um,
Mhm.
I love the idea of like um the thought was like a circus tent almost because like you don't know what's going to be underneath the circus tent, but obviously not a circus tent, which is why on under the P, it's what a very crude looking of like curtains on a stage look like if you're to like go to a theater or something.
Mhm.
Uh, and then what looks like a swing
Mhm.
was supposed to be like a stage, but it's a swing.
Okay.
and I didn't have time to fix it. So, but the R is supposed to be a stage. The G is the music as music events, but just also, I didn't know how to represent like other entertainment, which is also kind of why there is the stage and then like the theater, because like my personal flavor of theater is community theater, so I think that's why I geared more towards that.
Mhm.
So again, it's all similar concepts of trying to create a space, but like I did a take on either as
Yeah.
on most of the ones that we talked about of minimalistic, eccentric,
Yeah.
uh, but I have zero art skills.
So, and then like this one is the puddle.
Puddle. Okay, so this one is the most erratic thinking that I had, and I apologize. So,
Okay.
in if we start on the left hand side,
Uh-huh.
yes, left hand side. There are people holding hands. Weird, I know. I thought of an event flyer, kind of like how there's reflections in
Okay.
puddles and shit. Like this is uh GRP in a puddle, but the reflection underneath the puddle is
Okay.
people holding hands. An art event, an art and a event that we have put on, not an art event. Some form of our merch. I put half there. Um, I don't know what that square is. It's kind of looking like a marshmallow right now, but then chalk, as in like playfulness and something like that. Um, and I don't quite understand what's with like that ruffle pile anymore, but I put that there. So yeah. Because this is taking the concept of like trying to be a reflection of what we actually want to achieve. And like as I've been having to drive around Omaha the last like week and a half, I've just been like thinking about potential things. But like that's more stuff that you and I have to talk off stream about because, Abby. Um so yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Um,
And
yeah,
there's only one left.
I'm not following this one, but yeah.
So it's supposed to be the reflection.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I might be
I,
a little too rigid in thought, I think.
I mean, yeah, comparatively to you and I, you have the more rigid thoughts, yes.
Yeah.
Very more structured on your end.
So, but someone might get it a lot better than I do. Um, and
Mhm.
then we have Tree of Space.
Yeah. So again, this is more of a thought concept, and it's going to be more of like vocally explaining it, but the logo would be in like the bark of a tree, and there would be
Hmm.
steps leading towards it because when I think of like a space, I always somehow just think of a tree in the distance, but that kind of like area in space gives me joy, and like I don't feel like the judgments of everyone else because there are no judgments out in that kind of in that space. So
Yeah.
again, a very broad concept.
Yeah, but like trees are also like life-giving. So,
Mhm.
like I kind of get this one. So, um it's like trees are parts like major support of like uh
Mhm.
ecosystems,
Mhm.
and that's kind of what we're trying to build.
Well,
So,
yeah, because you have since the beginning have wanted to do charity work, have wanted to do things that not only boost our local economy, but are also working with the local economy to reduce as much environmental cost as possible as well. Like, you put a lot of brain power into considering all of that versus my not even taking into consideration some of those things sometimes. So,
yeah. I also like really want to consider like the future um like impacts of like job production of like
mhm,
what happens with university students when they come out of university. Where do they go? Do they have a future here in Omaha? Um,
yeah.
and the only way they have a future in Omaha is if we provide them a future in Omaha. And one of the ways we
Mhm,
do that is by providing internships, paid internships specifically,
mhm,
um, so that they have immediate training, um, before they're even getting into direct workforce. This is when they're in their third and fourth year of their bachelor
mhm,
degree. This is when they're in their graduate degrees. You know, um, this is major development for them so that when they're going into that workforce after they've graduated, um, they're not coming out being unprepared, right? So,
mhm.
um, and I'm sorry, but this unpaid labor that interns do has got to stop. It's got to stop. Straight up. I can't see it continuing. Um,
Mhm.
uh, it's not right. So that's my major gripe about like internships. And uh,
Speak your truth, man. Speak your truth.
I don't think unpaid internships are right. Um, so
No.
so yeah, no, I get this one. Um, and I like the idea. Um,
Mm. Well,
so
thank you.
um, that's dope. So I guess it's time to see what disaster I've been getting into. Um,
I'm sure it's better than mine.
uh, I don't know about that. because you have like a full concept, and mine is just, what the fuck am I doing with these tools? If that makes more
Hey,
sense.
hey, what if we can combine powers and do both of the things?
So let
Do you
me
remember the pipeline bar off
the
of
what?
72nd? The pipeline bar?
Um, the one that's up by like the 72nd Walmart.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that like shut down.
Mm-hmm.
What about it?
Just curious about it.
Um, place had like, from what I understood, shut down due to like complications with like major infrastructure issues.
Mm-hmm.
So, um, I mean, you'd have to like look into like what it would need for reopening the
Mm-hmm.
space.
Oh, I know. I was just more of like a chewing on something, not like a heavy consideration. Because
Yeah.
Lord knows, even just looking at it, it's 5,500 a month.
Ouch. So
Right?
yeah,
Oh,
not the worst I've heard for that area though.
no. I can't imagine how much Starbucks and like First Watch have to pay.
Oh, those are significantly larger and um more up to date buildings as well. Um, okay, into the stream stuff. Open up creative. Maybe, maybe, no. This is what I was afraid of. It's gonna be a little bit. Okay, so this is what I've been working with, and it's still not showing up on stream. Okay, cool,
No.
cool.
This is fine. This is fine.
There it goes. Let me see if it'll pull up the other one.
That's that's very Fresh Prince of Bel Air.
Right, but that was what it was like,
Yeah,
the
no, I can tell that that's like the yeah.
tutorial based stuff, but it was like, here's how you do a bevel on the,
Mhm.
and here's how you do shading and stuff with the so it was very much I was going through tutorials on the and um but it was like downloading stuff. But um, one of the things that was showing me was downloading from this website. Maybe if it wants to show it, my God, why
If
would
it wants to show it. Because the other one kind of looked like a seashell almond milky.
God. But this is the website for downloading um, new fonts,
Mhm.
and this is where it sent me for like finding the
Toby butt.
fonts and how to, and then downloading new ones for um, so that I don't have to
Mhm.
deal with such a um,
A small library. Yeah. No, I
yeah.
understand.
So
Because sometimes you're just looking for a particular font and the 30 options are not what you want.
yeah. So you have a
Wow, that's a lot. That's a smorgasbord. Ha ha ha, because it's varsity. Sorry.
The
Storm gust. Does that say
ghastly
another
panic.
danger?
Yeah,
Oh yeah, no, I can't read that top one.
that's why it's an normal uh,
Ghastly.
panic.
Oh
Um,
my god.
so so yeah, that's where I
Blood
learned all
victim zombie. Who
that.
asked Satan?
So that's where that is. But yeah,
Yeah,
this
no, I
was
get it.
just like how to blend like the spray paint stuff, which I was not
Mhm.
doing very well with. And then like
Mhm.
this was on down here was like I was working with how to get um paint effects to work with like um the the when I wanted to use lettering
Mhm.
to use the paint strokes with lettering and stuff. And it's like,
Mhm.
oh, you just pick a font that you want to use, right? Font style. And then you essentially trace with the fucking paint over it, and then you just get rid of the vector file.
Mhm.
And then you're just left with your paint strokes, essentially. And it was like,
I'm
okay.
just gonna nod my head and say yes, I understood what you said when once you started saying vector file, because then my brain went,
Oh, okay.
ah.
So your text is a vector file,
Mhm.
a vector layer. Um, that's
Mhm.
all. Um, there's another thing, but I screwed it up with my save files. Um, where it was showing me how I can make each letter a different color and how to like um shade them so that you could like blend the colors through the letters.
Mhm.
But I don't have that save file anymore because, like I said, I fucked up my save files.
This is, this would be my save file if I had one.
Right?
Dingle bag.
Because I may have been
All right.
fucking with it at like 2 o'clock in the morning.
When you're not supposed to even be awake.
Because I couldn't sleep like
But the
normal.
demons, they talk to me.
Yeah.
They tell me I must.
Um.
Okay, so what's this clamshell looking thing?
So my idea was is that we have like a central like spotlight or flame or something that is like the focal of like a performer, and then we have waves that kind of come into it
Mhm.
that that kind of become with one with it essentially, like that's
Mhm.
the community in which comes into it, I guess.
Mhm.
um I don't know how better to explain it. I again, this was part of those, um I can't sleep and I'm mightily um
I've taken my meds. I'm trying to be asleep, but I'm not asleep. I'm in a
yeah,
daze. I
yeah.
understand.
um Maybe not 100% coherent with my idea
Mm.
here. Yeah, but it's like that pulse of community, right?
Is is are you sure you have the right screen up? Because I still see all I see is fonts on my
Oh
screen
shit.
for the
Yeah.
stream.
Yeah. Give me a second.
I was like, you're talking all this stuff, but then I realized I'm not seeing it. All I see is,
No. Let me
hey, there we go.
cut that away.
Thank you.
Yep. So, uh, let me scroll this more this way. So it's
Nope,
out
other
from under.
direction. There we go.
So it's a little less under
Ooh.
my under our
Our
camera.
faces aren't blocking it anymore.
Yeah. So that was all I was kind of going through. I'm not 100% happy with that idea, obviously.
Hmm.
But it was more of just trying to get the color techniques down, which obviously
Hmm.
not 100% going well. Um, Definitely do not understand the gradient tool at all.
that
Mhm.
that's valid.
Um, because it's like, here, use these uh freaking what are they called? Um, Selection tools to
Hmm.
like select a section and then um like and then you're gonna like create an area where then you pick a direction to cause your colors to blend together, right? But then it
Hmm.
blends in a weird way. And I'm like, this is not what I wanted. Um, and or you can use like the blur tools, but those get messy and weird. And I'm just like, this doesn't make sense. Um, I don't know. I think,
the the colors on it are very cool. It's giving remember those etch a sketches of where like there was the color paper and then it was painted black over it and then you got a wooden stick and you scratched your whatever
oh
doodle out
yeah,
on it.
yeah,
So it's very much that, which I like,
very
but
90s.
that's just me. Yeah, I do love me the 90s,
Yeah.
even though I'm technically not a 90s kid.
Are you
Technically.
like I'm yeah. It's one of those lovely things. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. I don't know.
Hmm. Was there any other concepts you had that you weren't able to put into? Oh, uh, what?
Um into like into
Was there anything else that you were trying to like conceptualize, but because you were focused on learning the tools and figuring out how to like put it pen to paper, how was there anything else that you had thought of but did not get to put to a visual?
I
Oh my god, my
I
nose.
don't know how to like my problem is that I am not like great at the visual to like verbal to visual concepts.
Mhm.
So like I'm great at being like, yeah, this is what I want a space to be, but like how to make that into a visual concept is not my thing. Um,
Mhm.
I will admit that. It's just never something that's been something I've been good at. Um,
Mhm. That's fine.
so I think that's where I'm struggling is like I'm like what even visual concepts go with this? Like where do I make those kind of like connections? So
Mhm.
I'm like not exactly the best person. I'm great at like,
Mhm.
oh, once I have the tools, great. Tell me what you want and I'll like figure it out. But um I kind of need the directions.
Mhm.
Um very much a once I have the solution, I will figure out how to make the solution happen kind of person. But
Mhm.
um yeah. Um
There is no solution yet, so you are like Bahawa.
yeah. Um when it comes to the conceptuals, very much
Mhm.
the the engineer, not the architect. Uh,
Nope, I get that. We all have our flaws and our successes, and with you being successful at a lot of things, you are allowed to have little to no artistic skills. That's okay. I don't think I will ever be as smart or understanding of modern conceptions like you are. Like the way you're able to understand things and then just be like, yeah, I just have to do this XYZ thing. Like, I would have never been able to go through the trials that you did with your computer and being able to, like, framework it out like the way you were.
yeah. So I'm very much a problem solver. Like, but like this
Mhm.
idea of like how do you? This is not a problem. I guess is the best way to
Mhm.
put it. Like it is and it isn't. It's not like
Mhm.
it's not a it's not a logistical problem, right?
Yes.
And
Yeah.
the it's not a structural problem, right?
Mhm.
So I guess is the best way to put it. So it's not something that I can just stick and stone it.
And that's okay.
So um but yeah, so with those in mind, if we've got someone who wants to be like, you guys suck, you're welcome to like be like, you guys suck. um, or if you've
Yeah.
been like, I kind of like these ideas, but like, um, here are like, here's where I would kind of be like, eh, maybe switch away to this. This is kind of where I would like to see it. Um, you're always welcome to like poke in your 2 cents with it. We're very much open to ideas and everything.
Constructive criticism and or maybe even aggressive criticism.
Absolutely open to aggressive criticism at this point. um, because I
The
know
way
like
the way that Joy is tired of listening to both of us talk about the same ideas without having anyone else to bounce them off of, like it's it's getting there. Joy's very patient and polite with me, but she's also just like someone else has to be the voice of reason for the two of us because we're both fucking crazy and the crazy is just bouncing back off the walls.
yeah. So um, it's definitely one of those things of like absolutely willing to let someone just rip into this shit. Uh,
uh
absolutely just willing to let someone just go absolutely like what the fuck is his name? Um,
uh Gordon Ramsay.
yeah.
I'm an idiot sandwich.
Right.
It's rotten. Okay, so we have vague ideas. Um, when do you want to work on our website design and like relook at all of that since we need to like post our I hate that, but we're probably gonna have to post all of those, both your ideas and like all of my ideas to like the Instagram and the Facebook stories to be like, look at this and tell us that it's awful and what you critique about it. Oh, it's gonna suck. Oh well. Oh well.
Thick
My
skin.
face is out there. Who cares? YOLO. Can't stop. Can't stop, won't stop. But no, I think that'd be the best way to do it would be to put it in the stories and then put it in the Facebook stories and just say
Um,
condemn us.
yeah,
Uh, but that's like the next thing that I can think about that would be
yeah. At this point, if if we really wanted to, uh, we can definitely just bullshit it and look at the website now.
yeah, it's gonna be terrible. Oh my God.
Okay.
We haven't touched the website since like
We
it
have
has to
not
be
in
like
a
4.5 years.
no,
It has to be.
no.
How sooner have we done it?
Uh, Last year we were fucking with it
Really?
last year. Yeah, because we weren't
Okay.
happy with how it was reading at one point, and we were like trying to mess with it, and still weren't particularly happy with it.
Yeah, no, the font, from what I remember, the font layout is terrible and we really need to change the font.
Um,
It's too dark and purple.
uh, the background is purple, but the font is mostly white now.
Mm-hmm. Well, I know, but like the font styling is what I should have said, the font text, not the font itself. I apologize.
Mm, mm, mm. That is not what I want. There it is. There we go. Here is the homepage.
Oh my God, that's so purple.
Yeah, like I said, mostly the background is purple. Um,
Like, it's so dark.
yeah, but like the font itself is white.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and then there's our socials right there at the bottom. Only at the bottom. They're not at the top.
Only.
Um, we've got a learn more. Uh, this one's not so bad because it is white, kind of an off-white kind of color. It's much
Mm-hmm.
brighter. And this is a link to the person who did this photo. Um, and then again, not nearly as bad. And then yeah, and then this that T-shirt.
Eh, I still think we should do that t-shirt. That still is like a favorite idea of mine. Not of mine, but of yours that you had.
You're wanting to keep that one?
Oh, I mean, we definitely don't have to, but I think it is funny.
Um, yeah, this is what we're talking about with the design on the on the shirts and stuff of the drip and everything. So we're not particularly fond of it. Um,
Well, it just doesn't look as good. Again, I think that's just because I don't like the Barney purple with the Barney stomach teal mixed with like an egg cream. Like it's very much Barney eating a banana split.
like I said, it definitely looks like um rainbow sherbet ice cream puked all over our logo.
Yeah.
And then
And like not in a cute rainbow bright way, but very much like a oh god, that's food poisoning.
and then I don't mind the water bottle.
No, I if anything, I think that's like my favorite.
Which does have the paint splatter, but I don't mind the paint splatter on it
No,
so much.
because it reminds me of um I think that's why you even went with it to begin with because I thought of the 90s paper cup
Mhm.
and like I just like that it's black, white, and gray, or I should say like a dark blue, gray, and black.
Mhm.
But this water bottle is like actually really good.
The steel one.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then we have the contact page, which is basic.
I know we
We
have to
really.
update those.
Um, but yeah.
Well, do you actually want to do anything about the website, or do you like it as it is? I know we should probably take updated photos at some point.
Yeah. I don't know. It's I don't even know what all's going on with it. I think is the biggest thing. Um, this is kind of bland, but I don't know what else to do with it right now. I think
Hmm.
is the biggest problem.
Well, I just don't like that it's like dark green at the top, then it mixes into purple. I just have a problem with the colors more than anything,
The
and that's
colors
how.
were based off of the logo is the problem.
Hmm.
And
Oh, I know.
so, um, which it doesn't even really match the logo, which is
Mm-mm.
another, I think, gripe on it. Was like, I
Mhm.
think we wouldn't have such a problem with the color scheme if it actually matched better with the logo.
Mhm.
Um,
Mhm.
but because it doesn't, that's our issue. Um, but yeah, the darkness on the front page comparatively to the rest of it is kind of near. Um, but right now I'm just like I don't know what to do with it. And since we don't know what we're doing with our logo, I'm just sitting in la la land with it.
Mhm.
So yeah.
Well, what else did you want to revamp that was on the to-do list?
Mm, well, I had only really planned for the logo tonight. Um,
Okay. Well, no,
So,
we don't have to do anything else, it's just more of discussion-wise, I don't know where we're going from here.
yeah. Uh, no, I'm super sidetracked. Uh,
I didn't mean to, I'm sorry.
you're
That
good.
wasn't the intention.
Um, so because we had talked about kind of updating the website and then the moving on to the social medias to get those kind of moving and cleaned up. Um, and then updating those more often.
Mhm,
And um, then we had talked about merch updates as part
mhm,
of that, um, which all kind of sits on updating logo type stuff.
mhm,
So
mhm.
banging my head on that. Because I was hoping to have more concrete idea what to do with the logo. Um, and the fact that I don't, or that we don't, is kind of like blah. Um,
Mhm.
so I'm sitting here like, would like to kind of sort out like a concrete kind of humor. Um, so if that's just
What do
uh,
you mean by concrete? Like, are you
I don't
what
know,
you
having more of like, I don't know, a direction with it. Um, that we can like absolutely say, okay, this is what we're bringing to a professional. Um,
okay, but that means you have to come to a decision.
yeah, and we don't have one of those, so that's kind of why I'm like, okay, I'm kind of frustrated with myself.
I mean, you're allowed, but maybe this just means that instead of focusing on brushes and tools, um,
Yeah.
maybe just write some ideas down, maybe not conceptually draw them out and like maybe that could be something else of where we just discuss topic ideas and then maybe based off of that we
Mhm.
can have more of a concrete idea.
Mhm.
Because as you just said, artistically, it's not easy, and verbally, to get it out visually as well, you said it was difficult, so we can try the third option of typing it out and or working it out to where we can have some physical copy of of whatever
Yeah.
idea you could think of that.
Yeah, so
Like I'm rambling, but I don't know what the right word is.
yeah, so I guess like and pull up notes. Maybe if I can find them. That is the question, right?
To be or not to be? But I don't
Yeah.
want to be because I don't want to sting anyone and I don't want to lose my stinger and die.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Oh, you should have seen my bag of tricks. I hit the stage with songs it names. And I can't get down that dream of yours and squeeze up in the 30s. How's it going? You got quiet.
Yeah, I'm looking through and seeing if this is the right file. Okay. Um, yeah, so like movement, connection, energy,
Mm-hmm.
people colliding, creating something together in a moment.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so like the I want it to have motion.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I want it to have color experimentation,
Mm-hmm.
um, interaction, right? So like I don't want it to feel flat or um, rigid.
Mm-hmm.
Um, so um, and it's like I want to.
And is this image like big? Does this image include our logo or like the GRP? Like, is this just like a free form kind of thing?
Um, I
Do
have
you want the GRP in there?
I have feelings of like it could just be GRP, where it could
Mm-hmm.
be where like if we can make it feel like the G stands for like world or community, if we can get that feeling into it, and
Mm-hmm.
like the R is like energy, noise, ruckus, that
Mm-hmm.
energy into it. Um,
Yeah.
and then production is like structure and like building that.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and somehow that all like mixes in the middle.
Hmm. My first
Um,
thought was the P has like a little uh like a headset on. Hmm.
yeah, it is one of those things of like, um,
The P is the producer, the R is the DJ, the G is the lead singer because the global has the community, so it's like eccentric, very in your face, very wanting to be like, hello, let me be your friend, while the DJ of R is trying to create the vibe.
mhm,
And P is just the overarching being like, I know what's going on, I'm going to make this happen.
mhm,
Just based off of what you were just talking about, that's what popped in my head.
yeah. So Um, um,
Any other notes?
yeah, it was like I'm trying to read through this mess because
I get that.
but it's like I want it to be a stage for human expression, not
Mhm.
just genre, not just an event type, but a platform where
Mhm.
different art forms come alive and connect people.
Mhm.
Um, um,
Again, inclusivity is a big concept. I am aware. Just
yeah,
visually, it's not mildly difficult, but it feels difficult to be able to like visually encapsulate that.
yeah. Yeah. It's like, yes, we're Global Ruckus Productions, a company, but what we're really wanting to be is Global Ruckus, a cultural engine.
Mhm.
It's just we're doing it through the unfortunate avenue that we have, which is corporate structure. Um, and it's like, why don't you do it through the nonprofit route? And it's like, because the nonprofit route is
A lot
at
of paperwork,
times
a lot of dotting
it,
your I's and
it,
crossing your T's.
it's not so much more paperwork. I mean, corporation is a lot of paperwork too. Let's be
Mhm.
honest, at times a lot more paperwork than nonprofits. It's just at times nonprofits get strung in a lot of ways that corporations do not. Um,
Mm.
and um, they're very, very um, much um, held to a volatile situation of if corporations wanted to, nonprofits would not exist. And um, I don't want to be in a position where people are expecting us to be there and then we can't because a
Mhm.
corporation says you don't have a right to be here to take up
Mhm.
space. And as a
Mhm.
corporation, I have more of a say over whether or not I
Mhm.
get to take up space.
Yes.
I mean, we saw that with um, the uh, art show, the art festival, the Omaha Art
Mhm.
Festival. Um, I mean, look at the struggles that Maha Festival went through. I mean, they were canceled for like what, 2, 3 years in a row
Yep.
because of funding issues,
Mhm.
because they wouldn't play nice with their donors. It wasn't that people didn't want them, that people weren't
No.
willing to pay for the tickets. It was legitimately that they did not have the donations available to keep the tickets at a reasonable price
Mhm.
and still be able to put on a production level that people were expecting for those ticket prices.
Mhm.
It's an unfortunate situation of like you're at the corporate mercy when you're a nonprofit. Um, in a way that you it's difficult. Um, it really is. Um,
Mhm.
and I just did not see it as being a route that I wanted to take for us.
Mhm.
Um, not when, not when, you know, people have livelihoods or, you know, they spend their savings on those tickets.
Oh my god, yeah.
Um, but
Vigorous reading is vigorous.
yeah, um, but yeah, I was like, I like the idea of like, um, ripple motions because like
Mhm.
the way that they read is like, um, when a performer does something well, the audience reacts, and then that
Yes.
reaction spreads through the crowd, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
And that connection or that reaction spread is what creates that community in a moment, right?
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
that happens in music, that happens in comedy, it happens in poetry, happens in esports, that happens in theater and ballet and opera. You have this moment, this minute, this second where it just clicks through everyone when it's done well.
Mhm. Mhm.
And it's that ripple effect. Um, um, and that's kind of why I was like kind of looking at that one
Mhm.
concept, but I don't know how to like execute it well.
That's valid.
Um, but yeah, the biggest thing is like warmth, home, community, shared space.
Mhm.
But at the same time to be a disruption, independence, cultural rebellion,
Mhm.
of like institutions should not feel comfortable here.
Mhm. We don't want you normies here. That's an absolute joke. I'm joking.
So it's like, I don't know.
No, I understand. And realistically, those are great concepts to go off of because it paints an idea, but it's not painting within the lines. It's creative freedom with the parameters of providing and creating a space, and that itself is just a creative idea. Like conceptually, I think of like four different things. So,
Yeah.
anything else in your notes?
Mm,
Gosh.
Not anything that we haven't talked about before, you know. These are my people. This should be um the something that, yeah, that is an invitation, not not a branding, not a badge of honor or a signal of if you know, you know.
Mhm.
Um, and it's like it is like it subconsciously says step inside or come learn or come experience. Um,
Hmm.
so yeah, that's what I've got written down.
I like
So,
it. It works.
but I definitely don't want anything that feels like Tron like
Mhm.
or like too too um I don't know how to put it. Uh, too space like, I think is the best way to put it. Like I want it to very much feel like it's still very much here and now, not
Of course.
futuristic, not digital. I want it to still feel physical. So,
Is there anything else you want to talk about since
mm, other than like something that like people could easily like replicate on like I don't know, like in drawing, in
Mhm.
like if they wanted to put in like chalk or whatever, or but also we could easily manipulate it into like um light shows and stuff. Mm, or drone shows. Um
Mhm.
so Like that's also kind of a concern of mine because um we're not just in like um we're not just doing, the urban like environment. We're also doing like these we're wanting to do these big shows, and it's like we want to cater to these like like the industrial scenes and like the EDM scenes and stuff, and they're big on their lights and everything. And
Mm-hmm.
so we want to be able to showcase that ability. And one of the ways to be able to showcase that is our ability to put our own logos into those systems. So it's got to be able to transition between both mediums, I guess, is the best way to put it. I don't know.
Excuse me.
Um, Jojo, are we frozen
Yes.
on live?
Twitch.
'Cause
Um,
it looks like it potentially. Otherwise, my dash
no,
is
we're
just
not.
fucked up. Okay, my dash is the Twitch dashboard is just fucked up. Okay.
No, because I've been staring at my phone because I don't have you pulled up on any other thing. So it looks like I'm just staring down at the same spot.
Yeah. No, my thing was frozen up on my computer. So, because it had us sitting in the same position for like 40 minutes.
Got it.
So, but yeah, I don't know. Uh, I don't know if you have anything else to add to that.
No, not right now. It would be more of just me having to figure out what other topics of what to draw. Because again, visually, I can think of concepts for what you have said, but like I actually then have to like sit and draw them out and like keep looking over your words again and being like, okay, so this inspires this, and go from there.
Yeah, and then maybe we can tweak it from there to kind of flesh it out a little bit more.
Hmm.
So, okay. So I think we'll call it good from there and kind of
Sure.
scoot out of here.
Scoot. Okay.
And we'll just catch everyone next week and maybe actually
Um,
look at what our website says
I
and go
won't be in
over it.
town next week. So
Oh,
are you gonna
right.
do that?
That's right. That's right. You aren't going to be in week. Uh,
We can do that next week. Because I will be here the 27th.
what does the calendar look like? I know where the calendar is. Oh, yeah. Doesn't show up on the calendar.
What?
It doesn't show up on the calendar.
What if I reschedule? If I can stop. I hate you. Go back. No. What? Yes. Okay. Now.
Yes.
Now see if it does it.
Yes.
Okay.
Does not have this stuff for me, but we'll deal with that later. Sort of. Okay. We'll deal with that later, but okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Yay.
I'm still trying to figure out how to connect the Google calendars. I apologize.
You're good. We'll deal with it. So, alright. Um yeah, it's up to you as to whether or not I stream by myself.
No, it's not. It's up to you. You're the one that wants. If you want to do it, I can't stop you. It's your choice. You could also have a week. You could also have a week off.
Yeah.
Because if we do decide to do anything with the website or anything like that, personally, rather be in person because that way we're looking at the same colors and I'm not staring down at my phone to look at what you're doing.
Yeah. On a delay.
Well, but you're like a quarter of an inch on my phone,
Yeah.
and I have to like grandma look at my phone if I'm trying to see in like full detail. That and your computer screens are massive. That's what she said.
Okay. Yeah. We'll just take a break for a week and uh it'll give me an extra week to fudge around with the logo stuff. Um
Mhm.
and we'll um get back
Oh,
to website stuff the following week.
yeah.
And we'll catch everyone later. All right.
Bye.
Bye.